Hey guys, okay, so first, this is the recording for the study guide review, okay? So I'm gonna make two quick videos. Again, you've seen this before, so I'm not planning to spend so much time on this. This video should be maybe, I don't know, 7 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna try really hard to go through this as quickly as I can, okay? So, again, this is your review for your for tomorrow's quiz, okay? This is for a review for Wednesday's quiz. All right, review for Wednesday's quiz. So if you were to see this question, right, this question right here, number 1, it says, well, create the equation. If you had to create the equation for this line, what would it be? Okay, so first you have to pay attention to where your y-intercept is. Okay, so your y-intercept is right there. It's right there, the point where your line crashes into the y-axis. Okay, so if you didn't know that, now you do. It's the point, here's your y-axis. So the point where your line and your y-axis intersect, that is called your intersection, your y-intercept. So that number is always your y equals mx plus 3. It's this number, this one. It's the second number. So, oh my gosh, guys, it's not plus 3, it's minus 3, right? Because it's a negative. So mx minus 3. There you go. Okay, so we almost have our equation. So just based on this, can I cancel or eliminate some answers? Sure. I can cancel that one. That's one that I can cancel. Okay, so this one looks good. That one looks good. I can't cancel those yet. The next thing that I can look at is check out your slope. Is it positive or negative? So in order for you to eliminate answers, just look at your slope and look at your y-intercept. There it is. That's increasing, isn't it? Okay, so here's your little guy. He's going to be going up. It's increasing. So if you look here, that negative makes your slope negative because a positive divided by a negative is negative. So I can cancel that one. Okay? And then now you know your answer has to be that one. Rise 4, run 2 to the right because it's positive, beginning at negative 3. Let's see. Negative 3, rise 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1, 2. Okay, it looks perfect. I'm on the line, so this is definitely your answer. Okay, so be careful. Be careful. Make sure that you eliminate what you can. Okay, by looking at your y-intercept, and 2, looking at your slope. Is it positive, increasing, or is it negative, decreasing? Okay, all right. This one right here for Susan's equation, okay? It doesn't matter. I don't care. Nobody cares what Susan did wrong. What you want to look at is the true or false statements. So I believe one of the true and false statements was Susan, she wrote an equation all wrong, and then it says the y-intercept is 0. Okay, so what do you know about the y-intercept? You know that right there is the y-intercept. This highlighted point, that's where the line crashes or intersects or crosses your y-axis. So your equation is going to look like y equals mx plus, and then we said it's that one, so it's plus 1. Okay, so number 2, I think it said like the slope is negative. The slope is not negative. Okay, from left to right, the way you read, it's positive, it's increasing. Okay, so then what is your slope? Okay, so Susan, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, Boom, I'm on the line right here and right there. So that would be your slope, wouldn't it? So then you rise 2, you run 3. So just look at the statements and just look at them and see if they say if they're true or false, okay? All right. Which graph is defined by the linear equation 4x minus 4? Well, we may not have all the graphs here. Okay, so you're going to have four graphs. And then you have to pick which graph on the quiz has that. So if I give you, you have to pick which line shows 4x minus 4. So if I have this one, if I have this one, if I have, I don't know, this one, and if I have this one, right? You can actually eliminate okay, by looking at your y-intercept. Okay, so just by looking at the y-intercept, you can find your answer. So let's go look over here. The y-intercept, oh, that's negative. That's a possible answer. The y-intercept here is positive. Does that match this? Does that match that? No. It needs to be over here. So there, that one's eliminated. Look at this one. The y-intercept is in the positives. That's eliminated. Okay, again, the y-intercept is in the positives. I can eliminate that. So just by looking at the y-intercept on this problem, I can find my answer. And then the second thing that you can look at is your slope. Remember, your type of slope. Is it positive or is it negative? So go look at your equation. Right? It's positive. So that means that it should be going up. And that one is going up. So when you're taking your quiz tomorrow, make sure that you look for your y-intercept. Cancel everything that it's not that y-intercept or doesn't have that. And then look at your type of slope. Is it increasing or decreasing? Does it match your equation line? Okay. All right, next one. Write an equation that represents this function. Okay, so here we go. We got a graph. You need two things. You need your slope, your rise and run, and you need your y-intercept. So let's go ahead and find those. Y-intercept. Oh, my y-intercept is -3. And what is your slope? What is your slope? Well, I know it's positive. Okay, so how do I go from this point to that point? I gotta rise and run. I gotta find my change in y over my change in x. So what's my change in y? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm not there yet. So 1, 2. So guys, there you go. You found everything you need. Y equals, don't forget, 4 over 2x minus 3. That's your y-intercept from there, and there it is, -3. Your slope, okay, rise 4, run 2, rise 4, run 2. There it is, 4 over 2. Now, can I simplify this? Can I make this simpler from one line to the next? Sure, what's 4 divided by 2? 2x minus 3. That is the same answer. It's just simplified. So tomorrow on the quiz, make sure that you can write an equation in the form of y equals mx plus b. Okay? All right, justify which slopes are equivalent or the same. Which are equivalent? Okay, equivalent means the same. So looking at this graph, can you find your slope? Rise and run from one point to the other. All right, I got a point here, and I got a point there, and I got a point here. So you can pick any points. Okay, pick any points on the line. Any, because they're on the line. So you can find the slope from any point. So let's go ahead and do the rise. Rise 1, run 1. Hey, what's 1 divided by 1? 1. But Ms. Bush, what if I pick this point to that one? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Didn't I rise 3? How many are you going to run? 1, 2, 3. And guys, what's 3 divided by 3? Hey, that's 1. So that's a good slope. That's a good slope. And that's a good slope. This one, whoops. You have a negative. You got a negative. So look, you don't even have to do it because you know your slope is positive. So you can't have a negative slope. So elimination, there it is. Okay, which ones are the same or equivalent? I need you to know that 0, we don't have to write it, but it's still there. There's still a beginning to this line. So isn't 3 divided by 3, isn't that just a 1? 1x plus 0? What's 1 divided by 1? 1. And then can I put plus 0 if I want? Yeah. Hey, look. This and this are the same. And then, look, there's already a 1. Can I just put a plus 0 too? Because it's really there. Even though it's not there, it's really there. Okay, look. They look the same. Okay, that's right. Y equals x. Well, what's the y-intercept? Oh, there has to be a y-intercept. 0. And what's my slope? What's really there but not there? 1. Because 1 times x is just x. So they're actually all equivalent. Okay, moving on. Dang, I'm at 10 minutes. I guess I'm almost done. Find the linear equation from a table. So I need to find y equals mx plus b. I need to find the slope, okay, which is what? The change in y over the change in x. And then I got to find the y-intercept. All right. So don't I know that 0, 7 is a y-intercept? If you didn't know that, now you know. You know that 0, b, 0, 7 is the same thing as 7 for your y-intercept. Okay, so then for b, right, it's 7. Okay, now what's your change in y? Change in y. Change in your y. So go to your y's and find how are you changing. Okay, from 3 to 5, what was your change? 2. From 5 to 7, what was your change? 2. From 7 to 9, 2. So what's your change in y? 2. Then what's your change in x? From -1 or -2 to -1? Oh, didn't you add 1? But let's pretend you totally got confused on negatives. Go to the positives. What's 0 to 1? Oh, add 1. From 1 to 2, oh, I add 1. So my change in x over here is just 1. And isn't that your slope? Rise over run, change in y over change in x. So then you put it all together, and what do you get? Y equals 2x plus 7. Okay? Another good answer would be 2 over 1. But do I need that 1 right now? No, you only need it to graph y equals mx plus b on a graph, rise and run. So you can have 2 over 1 or you can just have 2. Okay, so again, what you needed to find was first you need to find your y-intercept. You got to know that it's this one. And then the second thing you got to find is your change in y over your change in x, which is your slope, your rise and your run. That's m, that's slope. Put it all together into your equation and you got your answer. Okay, easy. All right, find the rate of change of the cost. Of the cost. So from here to there, what was your change in y? How did your y change? You had $2.40. Now you have $2.64. So remember I taught you change of y equals your last minus your first. So 264 minus 240 equals, well, you can't really do the math like that. You got to stack it. 264 minus 240. Okay, 4 minus 0, it's just 4. 4 take away nothing is just 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down your decimal. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. So there is your change. You had to subtract your first from your last. So your last goes first. And let me verify. Did my change in y, did it increase? Did I go from $2.40 to $2.64? That's an increase. So therefore, this is positive. So check. That's good. Okay. All right, next one. Okay, so same thing. What is your change in y? What is your change in y and what is your change in x? I mean, change in y for the cost. Okay, what is the rate of change of the cost? So did you increase or decrease? You went from 378 to 351. That's a decrease. That means that your answer is going to be negative. You went down. So how do you do your change of y? Well, isn't it the last minus your first? So 351 minus 378. Oh man, that's a decrease, right? So we do the math. 378 minus 351. Okay. 8 minus 1. Oh, that's easy. 7. 7 minus 5. That's 2. Bring down your decimal. And there it goes. We decreased by 27 cents. Be careful here. Be careful. Make sure that you pay attention. Oh, wait. Is that an increase or a decrease? Because if you just put 0.27, if you just put 0.27, you're telling me that you're increasing 27 cents every pound. That's wrong. You're paying less. How much less? 27 cents per pound. So be careful with that decrease. Okay, so have caution there. All right, I'm almost done, guys. Okay, so this one, satisfy. Select all the pairs that satisfy the linear equation. Okay, what is this asking? If I have a graph, right, I'm asking you, does your point fit the line? If it fits, if it completes, that means that it satisfies your linear equation. Okay, so I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to do this one. All right, so 5x plus 1. Don't we have an x here and a y there? Don't we have an x here and a y here? So then why can't, oh, I did my colors all wrong. Okay, so my x, no, my y is green. So why can't I just put my x right there. And why can't you just put your y right there? So instead of a y, let's put a 1. Instead of an x, let's put -1. So here's how you do these problems. Okay, so you take y equals 5x plus 1. Write the equation. Next line, aren't you going to substitute? Okay, in order for you to substitute, don't you need a room to put the substitute in? Okay, well, same thing. Give me your placeholders. Where is the substitute going to go into? Okay, we said that x, okay, I'm over here. I said that x was -1. So I'm going to put a -1 substitute for x. And then what's my y? 1. Let's see if it's true. Now I'm going to simplify. The next line down is called simplify. So then, did I use my parentheses? No, I don't need them. So then bring down your 1. Anything you don't use, you bring it down. All right, what's 5 times -1? Be careful. 5 times a positive times a negative is a -5. Bring down what you didn't use, right? We didn't use that. Did we use that yet? No, bring it down. So plus 1. All right, guys, we can simplify again, right? Did I use this yet? No, bring it down. Bring it down. All right, can I simplify that? Be careful. Be careful. I can't tell you enough. Be careful. You have 5 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 1 positive. That means 1 positive. That 0 pairs. So how many do you have left? You have -4 left. Okay? I don't care what you have to do to get the answer right. Okay? -5 plus 1 is -4. You owe $5, you pay back 1, you still owe $4. Now, let's get to the end. Is this true? $1 equals owing $4? 1 is -4? That's not true. So because that is false, that's not true, because this side does not equal this side, that tells me that -1 comma 1, okay, that tells me that this point does not fit the line. That point is not here. -1, 1 is right here. That is not on the line, right? All right, so 1, -1, or -1, 1 does not satisfy. Okay, let's do a next one. Y equals, and you have to do this for each one. Placeholder equals 5 placeholder times, right? We know it's times 1. Okay, let's do this one. Now let's do this one. 2 and 11. So I'm going to rewrite my point. 2 comma 11. This is my x, that's my y. 11 equals 2 times 5 plus 1. Okay, this is my substitute line. Now I'm going to simplify. Did I use my parentheses? No. Drop them. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1. Let's simplify again. 11 equals 11. Done. Okay? Now, you are going to get a problem in the quiz tomorrow. Gosh, this video just went to 20 minutes. Okay, so you are going to do a problem tomorrow that has y equals 2 over 3x plus 1. You got a fraction. So you got to practice this tonight. If I give you a point 0 comma 1, right? Well, okay, no, let's not do 0 comma 1. Let's do negative 3. Okay? Negative 3. So this is your x, and this is your y. Okay, so then placeholders. Placeholder equals 2 over 3 placeholder plus 1. Okay, so what is x? X is negative 3. What is y? Y is 1. All right, problem. How am I going to multiply? Well, I got 2 times negative 3, but then it's 3 times what? So you got to remember, you can't multiply fractions unless you have a fraction. So we know that under every number there's a 1. All right, now we can multiply. Now we can multiply. All right, bring down what you didn't use. I didn't need the parentheses. 1 equals, well, what's 2 times 3? Okay, 2 times 3. That's negative, oh, whoa. 2 times negative 3. Be careful. Negative 6. What's 3 times 1? Okay, 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1. Bring down what you don't use. Show the work. That's substitution. This is simplified. Can I simplify again? Yes. This is a hot mess. Who cares that you see fractions? Do division. Okay, simplify again. 1, bring it down. What's negative divided by a positive? Negative. What's 6 divided by 3? 2. Plus 1. Bring it down. Okay, simplify one more time. 1 equals, careful, you have 2 negatives and you have 1 positive. So your answer should definitely be a negative because you have more negatives. So negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Is that true? No, 1 does not equal. So therefore, you're not going to check the box and say, yes, it satisfies. Therefore, what was our point? 2, 11 does not satisfy y equals 2 over 3x plus 1. Okay? All right. The last 2 problems that you're going to have on your quiz tomorrow is going to be about domain and range and is it a function? So make sure you watch the next video if you